to you by Project Filter and is scheduled for 5-minute rounds for the Front Street Fights featherweight title. Introducing first, the challenger, fighting out of the blue corner with a record of 14 wins and 11 defeats. Standing at 5 feet 7 inches, weighing at 144 pounds, and fighting out of Tamuning, Guam, representing the Yard and Porrada Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Please welcome Trevin 5-Star Jones. And introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, with a record of 8 wins and 5 defeats, and standing at 5 foot 6 inches, weighing in at 145 pounds, and fighting out of Boise, Idaho, representing SBG Idaho. Please welcome Andrew Hurricane Cruz. Officiating today, Mike Mickelson.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the fighter rules. I expect a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times, defend yourself at all times. You keep fighting until I tell you to stop. Any questions for me, red? Any questions for me, blue? Touch gloves if you want. Let's go to war.
All right, Boise, it's time to get loud. It's time to throw down in Tree-Town.
Main event time, Front Street Fights 29. Our main event fight presented by Project Filter. You decide when, we will show you how. He calls himself the Hurricane. Andrew Cruz says that he's the Hurricane because a hurricane can impact you at any time. It's something that he says that you can only try to weather. You can't plan for a hurricane. We'll see what he has in store. Meanwhile, on the other side of the octagon is Trevin Jones. 5 stars. He goes all the way. Paul, you and I were talking earlier today. The first thing you told me, you expected a finish in this one.
Yeah, these guys are going to go at it. They're feeling each other out a little bit, but right off the bat, Andrew committed to a right hand. These guys are throwing hard right off the bat.
Clean shots from Trevin Jones.
Cruz took a heavy shot to the face, immediately looks to get a takedown as Jones wasting no time, trying to get that quick left elbow into the side of the head. You can see that Jones is ready to fire. Neither of these guys are going to have a waiting out period. It's go time here, less than a minute into our main event. Cruz and Jones for the featherweight title here, Front Street Fights 29.
One thing about Cruz is he's hard to take out.
Yeah, for sure.
Tough chin?
Oh, absolutely.
Both of these gentlemen have fought at the highest of high levels. The stage here won't be a problem.
Slip. Good hit, but just...
Yeah, good recovery.
Good recovery.
Cruz looking to step in there. Jones does a good job stepping out of it. Just underway here in our main event. Both gentlemen will get right back to the center of the octagon. Jones looking for some heavy punches here as Cruz takes one to the chin, but he holds on to that one there as the Hurricane will now wrap up Jones, as Jones will try to maybe push him towards one of the corners, although it looks like he wants to try to stay at the center of the octagon and avoid the cage.
He's going to try, yep, I was going to say he's going to try and release and hit him on the release.
You can see that both of these guys are big-time power fighters. This could be over in an instant.
Oh, good shots from Trevin Jones. He's just so accurate.
Yeah, he's finding that straight left off the southpaw. That's always a dangerous shot, right?
And Jones connected right with the left eye of Cruz. You'll see that starting to swell. That could be something difficult to deal with.
Yeah, it looks like it's bothering him.
Oh, Jones hitting that same spot 2 or 3 times in a row now.
He's still going for it.
But Andrew Cruz says, bring it on. Jones and Cruz reset in the center of the octagon. So far, though, Jones the aggressor. Cruz, though, has taken some heavy shots already. What else can he muster up as he dives in for a takedown? He looked like he had the double leg, but Trevin Jones does a good job to rebalance against the cage. Cruz, though, trying to use his weight, trying to use his strength to lift him up. Jones, though, doing a good job getting the foot in between the legs, making sure he doesn't get taken down.
Cruz is a good wrestler, so we'll see if he's going to be successful with this takedown. You can see he was trying to hook the leg here. Trevin Jones is doing a good job with that underhook and also that blocking that left leg, which makes it hard for Cruz to level change.
2 minutes remaining here in the first round. 5-minute rounds, our main event, the featherweight title on the line here in downtown Boise. Heavy shots absorbed early by Andrew Cruz. He now seems to be the aggressor, trying to get Jones into the cage. Jones, though, trying to use his momentum to switch positions, and he does. Cruz now finds himself up against the padding there as he looks up to the clock. He'll see about a minute and a half to go here in our first round.
So Trevin Jones is actually coming up a weight class. I wonder if that's because he's not fighting in the UFC, but he seems like the bigger fighter.
Yeah, he seems like the bigger fighter. Yeah.
Jones trying to deliver some knees and some short shots to the side there. Looked like he thought about going for a takedown momentarily. Meanwhile, Cruz will get the back of the quad as he's inching for something as Jones will play
job of
defense.
shutting him out of there.
I mean, this is high-tier grappling here. This is great.
Yeah, wrestling off the cage is a whole skill set to itself. And both these guys are doing a great job.
Crowd coming alive with less than a minute to go here in our first round. A little bit of an open hand shot there from Cruz as he and Jones again will reverse into the corner.
Cruz use that underhook. When you're against the cage, you really do want your underhooks because then you can control better.
Yes.
Whether you're against the cage or you're the one pushing on the cage, you want to have your underhooks.
I want those underhooks, right? Because the overhook game, you can't really play it as well off the cage.
It's just harder to control them.
Yeah.
A battle going on at so many different levels here.
They're kind of even. Oh, sorry.
No, they are. They are. This is great. I mean, Cruz did a great job weathering that early storm. He took some heavy shots.
Yeah, he did.
Jones slowed down a little bit there.
Yeah, it's hard to explain to these guys what's going on against that cage, but it is a highly technical and exhausting game.
This is the most tiring part.
Yeah, it's an exhausting game.
Tiring.
Into the final seconds there of our first round, and that'll do it. Round of applause, standing ovation for Andrew Cruz, who, as we maybe will get a closer look here on the camera, seeing some swelling under his left eye. We know why. Trevin Jones delivering some heavy shots in the first few minutes of that first round.
Yeah, what a hard round to judge, just because it was, like we saw, it was very back and forth, kind of Beyblade-y near the end there. But at the beginning, Trevin Jones was the more successful one, as we see here. He was accurately getting into Cruz's
just a slip
guard,
there.
yeah.
But yeah, Jones is doing a really good job with that straight left. Anytime you fight a southpaw, you've got to be aware of that straight left. That thing's coming right down the pipe, and if he has the inside angle on you, the inside space where his foot is inside yours, you're going to pay for that.
And Jones has been right on the button, too. The accuracy right under the eye.
Well, see, the other thing, too, is that a southpaw, there's not that many of them. So it's hard to figure them out on the fly. Like, you got to figure this guy out in the first round.
Unless you get to train with him.
Yeah.
I think Cruz just got a little bit of a warning about the open hand shots he was giving against the cage. But we're back underway here in round two of our main event. What a high kick.
What a good start to the round from both guys.
And we saw a lot of flurry the opening minutes of that first round. Then we saw it go to the cage.
Nice takedown from Cruz. Cruz is going to pass. Control. Yeah, Cruz is doing a good over-under pass.
That was interesting. He caught the leg.
Yeah, Jones is doing a good job of controlling the hands.
Jones and Cruz now inching for any type of position here. This is our first time we're really seeing the pair here wrestle on the mat.
I think Cruz wants this on the ground.
He does.
What would you say about Andrew Cruz in terms of being a wrestler?
He's always been like a wrestler in his fights. I feel like he's always been dictating his fights with wrestling. He's kind of a run in and try and take you down kind of.
He's a wrestler. He's got a deep wrestling background. And he also is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And he loves to compete. He loves to get on the ground and get after it.
As the two will grapple for position here. You can also tell that Trevin Jones, he's been in a position like this before. No panic at all. He looked very calm against the cage over here.
I don't know if he's maybe worried about getting hit on the ground, but I think framing on the face might be a little better for him to help himself get up.
Or even just move to a better position.
Maybe ditch the
lockdown.
Yeah, the lockdown, yes.
Yeah, he's locking down from half guard. And the thing with half guard is half guard's great for MMA. You can strike from the top and from the bottom. You can reverse from the bottom fairly easily. But you got to be active.
Right.
You got to be creating pressure.
Cruz, if he can get this leg through, he might be in a position to get that arm triangle.
Yeah, if Cruz could get his right leg rather, if he could get his lower leg vertical to the mat, that'll cause Trevin's legs to kind of slide off. It doesn't give him a place to grab.
Yes. Maybe using his left leg to pin down.
He's starting to land some good shots.
Some big left hands coming down from Cruz, connecting to the side of the head of Trevin Jones.
Yeah, doing a little muffler action there, kind of suffocation.
That's a little old school there.
Yeah.
The 33-year-old Andrew Cruz comes in tonight as the featherweight champion.
All right, now Jones is going to work his way up. He's doing a good job of coming up.
There's a combo there, or a Dars.
Right.
And these are crucial moments. I mean, this is the...
Andrew's doing a good job of using that whizzer to keep him in place.
Yes, he's doing
keep him
a great
locked down.
job with
But
that.
Jones he's got some game, man.
Yes, he does.
He ain't
Way
playing.
to get back up. I know that's tiring, so.
That is.
See, there's that old school from Cruz, the
Right.
stomps.
Yeah, the stomps. Yeah, it's all about accumulation, right? Like, just cumulative damage. Every little bit helps.
Well, those stomps can do some heavy damage.
Every little bit helps, man.
If Jones is unable to move around the way he has, that would be a big advantage for Cruz. With about 90 seconds remaining in the second round of our title fight.
The beautiful thing about the fight game is it's instant karma, man. Like, you stomped on my foot, I'll pay you back the next chance I get.
Now Jones is the one controlling. Cruz is doing a good job with that C grip on the elbow with his right hand. Oh, now Jones is going for it.
Cruz will change the positioning here, and he'll put Jones up against the cage there, but Jones immediately gets Cruz right back into position and a takedown.
And then a reversal right back on
1
top.
minute.
Wow. Jones needs to
now.
ditch that lock and just
Yeah. Get his hands on his hips and elevate him, right?
Or at least protect his elbows. Get his elbows on the inside.
Trying to cover up there as Cruz raining down shots now. As Jones took a few there, he's trying to roll
Jones
out
is
of
trying
it.
to come up.
Cruz is trying to get a position here. I saw him maybe go for a choke momentarily, but Jones doing a good job to cut down
Dropping
the
elbows.
angles.
Dropping elbows in there. He's got the hand trap.
30 seconds remaining. Can Jones survive this round? Cruz is just raining down shots. The Hurricane in full force now, in control. He's got the cage, he's got an arm, he's just raining down shots.
Jones needs to ditch the lock on Cruz's legs and get to his knees, just like this.
There it is. He's got arm in.
10 seconds.
Arm
How
in.
deep is he going to get this
10
in?
seconds.
Can he do it?
Can he hold it?
It doesn't seem like it's quite locked in under that
No,
shin.
he's got
Not yet.
space.
And
Oh,
that'll do
saved
it
by
for
the
the
bell.
second round.
Great first round for Cruz. Or second round, I'm sorry.
Yeah, solid round, right? Good. Both these guys are game, man, as
Yeah.
you'd expect, right? Championship fight.
Absolutely.
But they're showing us what they're made of, man. They're showing us the difference between, and no shade thrown on the guys that started this off from the pro side, but like, this is the difference between beginning pros, baby pros, and guys that have been at it for a minute.
Let's take a look at some of these exchanges as we watch Cruz really activate here in our second
This was
round.
interesting right here.
Yeah.
Cruz like caught the kick on the thigh, which is the best case scenario if you're going to catch a head kick.
Right? For sure. And then again, they'll work up
good
against the
speed
cage,
there.
man. These guys are just showing you, man.
And then good hips by Cruz.
I mean, what a reversal there, too. It looks like Trevin Jones has an easy takedown. I was surprised to see Andrew Cruz land on top.
Yeah.
Great body control there.
Yeah, that's just that seasoning we talked about before, right? Like, you're going to get the takedown. I'll concede the takedown because I'm already on to the next thing, right?
2 steps ahead. Front Street Fights main event for the featherweight title. Andrew Cruz, Trevin Jones. We're ready to start our third round here.
Let's go.
As the crowd at the Idaho Central Arena has come alive. A lot of standing around here, nervous times for the supporters of Andrew Cruz.
Go, Trev.
Back under action here. We'll resume against the cage as we ended the end of the second round here. Again, if this gets out of the third round, we will go into our championship rounds here. Our main event will go 5 rounds if it gets that far. Both of these gentlemen are hoping to knock it out before that point. Jones delivering a left shot there. Cruz looks like he ate it there.
Locking
trying to
him
get
up.
that double leg.
Oh, beautiful takedown. And then
Nice
Cruz
takedown.
again with trying to reverse that position.
Yeah.
A little unsuccessful this time, but he does have a one-arm guillotine.
Yeah, he's got control of the head.
Get the wrist and turn him off the game.
So his
corners screaming for that.
So his corner is telling him to grab Cruz's right wrist and pull him so that Cruz's back gets against the cage. That's very effective, especially when you want to start climbing up.
Let's go, Cruz.
Meanwhile, you have Cruz's corner yelling that he could maybe slip out of this. They're encouraging him.
He's getting his knees free. Once you get that knee line free, man, life starting to look a lot better.
Let's go.
Cruz doing a good job getting back to a vertical base.
Nice.
Yeah, great defense there. Wait, ready to get up. Nice and patient.
And Cruz is just sagging on him against that cage, which is a good strategy. Let him carry you a little bit.
But let him carry you if he has underhooks. I feel like it might be a little hard when you have the underhooks. Here, if Cruz just turns his hips a little more,
Yeah.
he could totally sweep him
Yeah,
off
for
there.
sure.
Yeah.
Tied up against the cage right in front of the red corner. You can see the corner of Cruz watching intricately.
And Cruz is doing something that you're going to see a veteran pro do, which is even those little shots like that, like the little kick against the calf, you know, that sticks out in the judge's mind as I'm the more active guy.
Oh, Cruz with his own takedown.
Yeah.
Let's go, Trev.
Back to the mat here as you can hear the corner from Trevin Jones saying, "Let's go, Trev."
And that was interesting. Cruz pulled him away from the cage.
Yeah, that's smart. Trevin needs to frame. He needs to frame with his arms, get his knee through, and push Cruz away.
Yeah.
Try and at least get a regard.
Yeah. Cruz is shutting him, keeping him away from the cage. That's smart. Not letting him get to the cage. Now, Cruz was dropping elbows. He stopped. So I'm not sure if that's maybe he's decided to go for something different.
And we got a real first close-up view
A little more
of
muffler.
Let's go, work.
Andrew Cruz's eye. I don't know if you guys saw as they came by. It's
Yeah.
really swelling up.
Yeah, he took some good shots.
I need you up, Trev.
About 2 minutes remaining here in our third round as the grapplers are on the ground trying to get some positioning here. Cruz, though, in control. He's got a little bit of the cage to give him some oomph forward there, a little bit of an angle.
Yeah.
I wonder if Cruz can get like a knee on belly position and then like work his way to mount.
Yeah. He's definitely trying to land those elbows.
Yeah.
And, you know, Trevin's doing a good job of just stopping that. Now, he's got him in a crucifix. He's got an arm pin. All right, this could get interesting. This could get real interesting.
He can smell trouble.
Yeah, Cruz is
There you go.
dangerous from here.
This is why it's so important to frame on the face.
Yes.
Instead of
Wrapping
hugging.
around.
Yes.
Hug in, put your arms under.
Big shots there from the left hands of Cruz as he's got this crucifix
got
almost
his arm
wrapped up
out.
on
Oh, he got his
Jones.
arm back, yeah.
Cruz is
he
gonna
needs
put
to
it
frame
back.
on that hip. He needs to frame on that hip, frame on the face, make it uncomfortable for Cruz.
Yeah, Cruz is going to put it back in there. Now he's giving him a little muffler. He's dropping the elbows in. And people need to
Oh, good
understand,
elbows by Cruz.
every time he puts those elbows across Jones' face, that's more pressure. That's more, he's putting pressure on him. He's not just resting there.
Can Trevin Jones last another minute with this?
That's a good question. I think he can. He's a pro, you know, but it's does he want to? Because you're taking damage. He needs to get out of there. He needs to do what Chino's saying, like get those arms inside, frame, get a knee inside, you know, kind of your standard jiu-jitsu, right?
Yeah.
Get that knee in there, and then you have a guard. Because once your knee's in between us, I have some form of guard.
Yes.
I need you
Right.
to get wild and get up, Trev.
And how about this methodical pace from Andrew Cruz, relentless.
Yeah, he's just systematically working into his plan. There it is, mount.
20 seconds.
Trying to rain some shots down here with 20 seconds remaining.
He needs to push on that
Big
knee.
shots,
Yeah.
big shots. The referees getting a look at this as Jones not really protecting himself.
Nice
Oh, he
reversal.
switched it. Wow.
Nice reversal.
I wonder how that happened.
Work. Let's go.
He's got an arm in.
Oh, he's got to get
safe.
again
He's
by the
safe.
bell.
Good
Wow, that was a
matchup,
great
man.
reversal.
Good matchup.
Cruz is looking great.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's controlling.
And he's walking back to his corner. He's got energy as he's walking
Yeah.
back. He's pointing at people in the crowd.
I would say his striking is even landing more.
Yeah.
I think Trevin Jones is getting a little too excited, a little too maybe desperate in a sense. and now he's like hucking them a little too much.
Yeah.
Which it's getting a little sloppy, and that's kind of why they end up clashing against the cage.
Yeah, Trevin needs to go back to what he was doing, which is landing that straight left. He had the timing on that.
And this is the beginning of the third round here where Jones was attempting that takeover. Oh, back to live action.
There we go.
Back to the takedown there. An interesting thing I noticed here back in our corners, we'll get some more of the highlights here. The referee came over to check if Trevin Jones is protecting himself.
Yeah.
Because for a good 4 or 5 seconds, Cruz is just raining down on him.
Yeah, it's unanswered, right? But you just want to make sure, too, are the hits, are they devastating?
Yes.
You know, like it's one thing to have 4 or 5 unanswered hits because I don't really need to protect myself because you're not hitting me that hard, versus every hit's, you know, like kind of the old joke in boxing, right? Every hit takes away some more memory, you know?
Okay, championship rounds as the fighters will touch gloves. We are into the fourth here. Cruz and Jones for the featherweight title at Front Street Fights 29.
Oh, good shot by Cruz, but good defense by Jones.
Good defense, man.
Looking for a knee combo.
Oh, little slip. He's got it locked up on that guillotine. Got an arm in. You can still finish that.
It's the second time we've seen Trevin Jones kind of slip here on the mat.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of protecting, stopping those knees. He's doing a good job putting his hand in there.
Cruz also has, there we go. I was going to say Cruz also has the option of the snap down.
Drag him off of that cage. Yeah, Cruz is doing a good job of pulling him away from the cage. Doing a little body work again, showing activity to the judges, letting the judge see, man, I'm outworking this guy.
He's doing a good job pinching the legs of Jones, making it hard for Jones to do anything at this point.
Right, yeah, you're just stuck, right?
And how much energy do you think Trevin Jones is spending over the last 2 rounds defending from the ground like this?
Probably a lot. I think he's also coming into a higher elevation, right?
I don't know, actually.
Where's he coming from?
He's from Guam. I'd have to look up the elevation of Guam.
Humid, but I don't think there's a lot of elevation.
That's likely sea level.
Yeah.
So
doing a good job.
He probably feels it.
Yeah,
we're at almost 3,000 feet here in Boise.
Yeah, he's feeling it. You know, again, Cruz is doing a good job keeping him pinned up, keeping him away from the cage in a way where, you know, Trevin could use the cage to stand up, and Cruz is doing a good job of keeping him away from that.
And the fight has definitely gone through some phases since the beginning of that first round that came out electric. A lot of fists flying now. The last few rounds, we've seen a lot of mat work.
Yeah, he's landing some good elbows on him. Trevin's got what we call a 50-50, so it's got one leg isolated, you know, but it's really hard to do something from there. There he is. He's going underneath the legs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, use that 50-50 to get on the knee bar.
Oh, knee bar. Knee bar.
Yeah. Yeah, Cruz is going to be safe. He's going to get out of that. He's just got to get his knee down, and there it is. Yep.
And Jones has got to watch out for
Jones had that 50-50. Well, Jones had that 50-50, which is a setup for leg attacks, which is exactly what he did. I haven't seen that used too much in MMA, though. That was interesting.
I love some knee bars.
Yeah, especially off 50-50.
Cruz looking for an entry point here with elbows or fists. As our camera position right on top of the action here, you get a real look at how tightly these fighters are together here, trying to find any space. Cruz finding some to get some punches in. Jones, though, hands up, blocking the best he can.
Jones needs to push on his legs, get his elbows in, push. He might take a couple shots, but it's going to be the best way to get
because you're going to take the shots anyway.
Right? Yeah,
you're going to take the shots anyway. Get yourself out of there. Do that basic jiu-jitsu, just an elevation hip escape. Get the heck out of there. Or even just bridge and roll.
Yeah, exactly.
Because now where he's at now, he's away from the cage. He could bridge and roll.
Cruz has done a really good job of transitioning this fight down to the mat now as he's raining down shots. Trevin Jones trying to sneak out of there with 1:30 remaining here in our fourth round.
Now Trevin had his back against the cage.
Yeah, he needed to get his legs towards him to the cage, closer to the cage, and then that way he can use the cage to build back up.
Cruz looking to see if he can maybe sneak through the defenses here, but Jones has done a great job.
Drop those elbows in. This corner, Cruz's corner center, drop those elbows right up the middle, where you know how Jones is protecting like this and just...
Oh, just like that. Push on the hips.
There it is, man.
Cruz has great control, though. It must be so tiring.
Such a good grappler.
Oh, Jones took a big shot to the face there. Oh, yeah. I think he's out. No. He's taking some shots to the head.
Oh, he might. Oh.
I thought he was out there.
Man, that's a tough one, right?
The tenacity.
How hard is it for the ref to be like, man, I don't want to stop this too soon, but I also don't want to let this guy take damage.
Yeah. Oh, he has the choke.
He's got it locked in.
That's
it. He's tapping. He's tapping.
That'll do it. Andrew Cruz retains the featherweight title.
Nice work.
Fights 29. The champion retains.
That was probably Cruz's best win.
That was
greatest win
definitely
of
a
his
fight, man.
Yeah.
Definitely a fight. Both of those guys came out and they just brought it, man.
What a fight. Unbelievable. And you think about how different it was first round, second round.
And Jones' face is showing some wear, man. He took some damage, so props to him for just staying in there and keep fighting, man.
Good for Cruz for taking those hard first shots.
Yeah,
too.
right? Man,
what
both
a great
of these
fight.
guys. That was a solid fight. Both of these guys went back and forth. This is what you want to see from a championship fight, right?
Yeah. I've heard many times about Cruz's pressure in a fight. Many times about that. Everybody that's fought Cruz has always said his pressure is like
I've never fought him. I've rolled with him, and it is not. It can if he gets a top position on you, it's not fun.
Let's take a look at some of the replays here from our championship bout.
Looked like he got clipped there or something.
Yeah, he took some shots.
Yeah.
Had him up against the cage.
Cruz did a good job making sure that Jones's hips were elevated there.
That was sweet, man.
Yeah,
that
50-50, Jones was able to come.
Underneath.
I know.
Yeah, inverted right underneath onto that knee bar. Just couldn't make it happen. But man, that was dangerous.
Yeah.
That was good. That was some good jiu-jitsu. Both of these guys showed good game in all ranges, right? Like stand up, clinch, and ground.
Good ground and pound from Cruz that ultimately won him his title defense.
Yeah.
Andrew Cruz won the championship with punches. He retains it with a submission in impressive fashion here.
This fight has been called at 4 minutes and 41 seconds of the fourth round by submission, rear naked choke. Our winner, fighting out of the red corner, Andrew Hurricane Cruz.
Sky, you know.
Cruz is going to get a drink of water, take some pictures, and then we'll hear from the champ himself coming up in just a minute. But thank you, everyone, for tuning into Front Street Fights 29. What a night of action. Let's hear from the champ.
Your hometown hero tonight, wouldn't you say? Nice job, reigning champion. That was a heck of a battle. Wow. How are you feeling right now?
A little bit tired, just a little. Yeah.
Well, congratulations. How do you plan on celebrating tonight?
Hey, if you are in my contacts or know where I live, after party at my house. If you don't know where it is, text me. We're going to my house and we're going to have a good time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your champion, Andrew Cruz.